Hey everybody, and welcome to your Pro Tip Tuesday. Okay, let's get started. So first of all, let's start out like we always do, talking about what's happening with interest rates. So interest rates improved just a little bit. Again, not much movement, but a little bit better than they were close of business yesterday. Okay, for this week's Pro Tip, I want to talk about foreclosures. So I was asked this morning, are foreclosures a good thing? Are they a good, actually it was a realtor who wanted to know, they were thinking about specializing in a certain segment of the market and they want to concentrate on foreclosures. So that got me to thinking that maybe I should talk on here to people who are thinking about buying foreclosures about some of the things that you may or may not know. So several years ago, I was looking for a house. It was almost 10 years ago. And actually 20 years ago. Man, time flies. And looking in the real estate market at the time, I really didn't want to pay full retail for a house. So I started looking at foreclosures. And that's really what this comes down to, because usually foreclosures represent a good value. The problem is that the foreclosures we were seeing looked like, a lot of them, somebody had been murdered in the house. Usually, well, at least in that part of the world I was in, people were trashing the homes as they were getting foreclosed on. So the houses had a lot of work needed to be done to them. Finally found one that didn't have too much damage. I was able to get it for a really good price, about $45,000 under what it was actually worth. And that presented a good value for me, which was great. And everything worked out fine. Here's some things, though, that you need to know. Okay, so if you're thinking about buying a foreclosure, if you're not independently wealthy and can't just go pay cash for it, if the foreclosure has damage and the bank sends an appraiser out and the appraiser says, this house appraises for, let's just use $300,000, says it appraises for $300,000 if these things that I found in the house are fixed. So what those things are called on the appraisal report is basically called subject to. So the house is subject to repairs. So the problem with that is you may have the money to fix that, but your lender doesn't want you to fix up a house that you don't own. So it's really on the seller to fix any shortcomings that house has. And bank on foreclosures, the banks typically will not make any improvements. They're going to sell the house as is. So that's going to be one of the biggest challenges you face in buying a foreclosure if there's lots of work to be done to it, okay? So something to keep in mind. Now, there are loans out there. There's renovation loans and things like that you can get renovation money to do improvements to the house after closing. So that might be a way to go about it. If you're interested to know more about the process of buying a foreclosure home, up here is my email address and my website. You can find my contact information on the website. Please reach out to me. I'll be glad to tell you more details about how this works. As always, please like, follow, and share my videos. You never know who might benefit from getting this information. God bless you. I hope you have a great week. Talk to you soon.